Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel Finance with Ian. My name is Ian and today I'll be giving you guys the top 5 tips for teens who want to become financially secure. Now this advice can be for anyone, but I think this advice best suits those who are still in their early teens. Make sure to drop a like to push this video to a larger audience, subscribe to stay tuned for more financial videos in the future, and let's get into this. So there are a lot of things out there that school just doesn't teach you and you kind of have to learn on your own. Growing up, my mindset was like, hey, if I do well enough in school, everything will be alright. Most of you guys know that this isn't the proper mindset to have. Sure, you can learn a lot of stuff on your own, but I wanted to make this video as if I'm showing my younger self what I need to learn while I'm in my teens. So here are my 5 best tips for teens who want to become financially secure. For number 1, we have opening a Roth IRA. I really think this should be right up there with opening a bank account for your kid. There are some banks and places that won't allow you to open up a Roth IRA for a minor, but there are a few that will, such as TD Ameritrade. With TD Ameritrade, you're able to open up a custodial Roth IRA for a minor. There are a few rules you have to be aware of, such as not contributing more than what you make as a teen, and they want you to have some kind of way of keeping track of your income. Also, the income that the minor contributes to the account has to make sense. For instance, a kid just can't mow a lawn for $1,000 an hour. You also can't contribute gift money or inheritance to that account. But opening up an account such as a Roth IRA when you're a minor will really help you in the future, and I'll tell you why. So the word Roth comes from William Roth, who's a senator from Delaware. And the IRA part stands for Individual Retirement Account. And what a Roth IRA does is that it acts a little bit like a bank account, but with benefits. With money in a Roth IRA, you're able to invest in the stock market or in bonds. I prefer to invest in ETFs and indexes for a little more steady growth, but you can invest in almost anything in that Roth IRA account, from stocks and bonds to all the way to real estate. Now the difference between Roth IRAs and other retirement accounts is that with a Roth IRA, you're contributing post-tax money. Post-tax. So that's the big word you want to know here. It's also the biggest reason why you want to start investing in your Roth IRA as a teen. You see, post-tax money is money you've already paid taxes on. And as a teen, unless you're a model or an actor, you're probably in a fairly low income tax bracket. So you can use the fact that you're in a low tax bracket to contribute a lot to your account and very little is taken off for taxes. So if you're a teen, this is the time to contribute while your taxes are extremely low. The reason why you also want to open up this account when you're as young as possible is so that compound interest takes place. We can look at 2 different scenarios where one person opens up their Roth when they're 18, another person does it when they're 13. If you were to open up a Roth IRA at the age of 18 and contribute $2,000 when you're 18 into the S&P 500, which has an average return rate of 8%, your total return will be $94,377. That is if you did not add any extra money to your initial investment. This is assuming you will cash it out when you're 68. However, if you were to contribute that $2,000 when you were 13 when you first opened up your Roth IRA, your total investment would be $136,676 at the age of 68. In the span of 5 years, the compound interest collected over $40,000. So this should be enough to motivate you to go ahead and open up a Roth IRA as soon as possible. TD Ameritrade is what I use and personally recommend, although there are plenty of other brokerages that you can use. For number 2, we have getting a job. Now if you're 16, it's a lot easier to get one than if you're 13 or 14. When I was 13 or 14, I bought a pressure washer for a little more than $120. With this investment, I now had an opportunity to wash driveways and get a job. I would charge around $40 per driveway, and it was a great way to make income as a teen. Not only did I make money this way, but I also got my name recognized around the area so that more people would call me for more jobs. The whole point of getting jobs when you're young is not really for the money, but more for the experience. Sure, the money is a great bonus to have since it's extra money, but the work ethic you will build will definitely benefit you down the road. For number 3, we have setting a consistent sleep schedule so you can always wake up early. We've all been there as a teen where our sleep schedule is completely messed up. One day we're waking up at 8, then going to bed that night at 3 a.m. in the morning, then to wake up at noon, just completely messing up our schedule. It's really important to maintain a good sleep schedule, and I'll tell you why. Not only is it scientifically more healthy for you to have a consistent sleep schedule, but I also found that with a sleep schedule, I can still get enough sleep in and still wake up early. Something about being up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning really helps you focus on what you need to complete. So having that consistent schedule really helped me. Being able to get a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night, being able to do my homework, being able to upload YouTube videos, being able to work a few days a week is really satisfying to look back on when it's Saturday night. So go and try to make a sleep schedule that'll work for you. For number 4, we have making a to-do list. Now you could do this by just writing it in a daily planner, or you can just grab a scrap piece of paper and write down what you need to do for the day. Not only will you be able to do a lot throughout the day, but you will also have the peace of mind of knowing what you need to do throughout the day. That way you can focus on the tasks at hand. I find that the best time to make a to-do list is right before bed. Something about knowing what exactly I have to do the next day really lets me sleep well. And finally, for number 5, we have hitting that like button to push this video to a larger audience. Okay, once you've done that, we can actually move on to number 5, and that is learning at least one specific skill that you can use as a career or in your career. Everyone knows that the habits you have as a teen will have an impact on your future and potentially your career. So I say find a certain niche that you will enjoy learning. For instance, I know a few people who are learning to become skillful with the camera so that in the future they can set up a side hustle in photography. A couple of friends are learning to code for their careers in their future. So go ahead and find that one thing that you can start learning that will benefit you either now or in the future. Chances are, if you learn to like it now, you're going to be successful in it in the future. So those are the top 5 tips I have for teens who want to become financially secure, or tips I wish I gave myself when I was younger. I hope you guys are able to use some of these tips, and I hope some of them help you out. Thanks so much for watching until the end of the video. Make sure to drop a like to push this video to a larger audience, subscribe to stay tuned for more financial videos in the future, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.